Hey guys, Nick again. I am back talking more What's New Halloween Kills. Specifically today, what I want to talk about is out of the five returning characters from 1978, who is the most important of those five? So the five we have are Marion Chambers, Sheriff Brackett, Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace, and Lania Lamb. And the character I think that's most important might surprise you. It's Marion Chambers. I've touched on this a little bit briefly in some other videos, but I just kind of wanted to expand on it a little bit. Um, so we got to remember a couple things about Marion. This is not the same Marion from Halloween 2. You know, it's not the same person that went into the school to get Loomis and was in the marshal's car and, at the hospital. Michael Myers, just get your ass over here. That's not the same person. It's not the same person that lived next to Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Halloween H2O and got killed by Michael before he grabbed Laurie's file. Those things never happened. The only time we've ever seen this Marion is right at the beginning of Halloween 78 when she's in the car with Loomis right before Michael steals it. That's it. That's all we know of her character. So why would she be more important than Tommy Doyle and Sheriff Brackett and all those other returning characters? For me, it's easy. There's one thing that the recent Halloween sequels have lacked, and that is the presence of Dr. Loomis. And Marion can give us an insight into his mind. Now, I know we had the voiceover of the tapes that the podcasters were listening to. It needs to die and all that shit. I know that happened, but we're still kind of missing Loomis's presence. And what I mean by that is, think about back to the first film. Obviously, we had, Michael stalking Annie and Laurie and Linda and, stalking Laurie throughout the day. But kind of the bridge to the audience to let us know what we're dealing with were Loomis's speeches, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes, that whole monologue, I hear it, I still get chills, it's just delivered so perfectly by Donald Pleasance. But that kind of let the audience know, holy fuck, this guy's for real. This isn't just some guy in a mask. And that let us know, when we saw the supernatural, little hint of supernatural elements in Michael, that let us know that it's real, that, Michael is evil, as Loomis said repeatedly in the first movie and then obviously the subsequent sequels. So that's what we're missing. And what Marion can do to give us a little bridge into Loomis is, we don't know when Loomis died after 78. What we know is Michael was caught somehow, and then Loomis died sometime in the next 40 years, probably, 10, 20 years later. I'm going to go out on a limb, you might say, and presume that Loomis was still Michael's doctor. And Marion, we know she knew Loomis, and if she's coming back, she may be able to give us some more of those speeches that Loomis said. She can talk about, the 20 years or whatever that Loomis was still treating Michael, or still, warning people about the evil, trying to get him to die and all that stuff. She can give some more exposition into what Loomis thought. And that is what the recent Halloween sequels have really, they've been lacking a lot of things, even though some of them are quite okay. But what I miss the most is, Loomis's speeches. And I really think Chambers can give us that. Loomis is kind of the Van Helsing, he's the Ahab, and we're kind of just along for the ride. So Chambers can kind of be the bridge for the audience, letting us know, what Loomis's thoughts were after 78, which is something we never got, in Halloween 2018. So let me know what your thoughts. Who do you think is the most important character? Agree, disagree. Let's get a good conversation going. Thanks.